Excuse me. First Lieutenant Tsubaki Yayoi, reporting for duty.
Yes, hello there. I'm Hazama. I work for the Intelligence Department. It is a pleasure to meet you. So this is the famous daughter of the Yayoi family. Please, accept my apologies for making you come all the way out here. Yes, how rude of me. Let's see, well, I guess officially I'm a captain. But to be honest, we don't really bother much with ranks here at Intelligence, so don't worry about formality, okay?
Yeah, excuse me, Captain.
Come on, didn't I just say you don't need to be so stiff? Ah, well. Anyway, the reason I've called you here is because I need you to take care of something very sensitive. A sort of covert operation.
Is this an order from the Intelligence Department?
Huh? Ah, yes. I see where you're going. Please, don't worry about that. I know what your little team is for, First Lieutenant. I wouldn't bring you in for run-of-the-mill intel work. No. This is actually a direct order from the top, HQ, the Imperator. Proof? Yes, of course you'd want proof. Well, here, take a look. See? The seal of the Imperator.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to question you.
I told you not to worry. It's not a big deal, really. All right, shall we try this again? If you don't mind, I'll just tell you your orders. Like I said, this is covert, so it's better not to leave a paper trail, you know. Where was... Ah, yes. It's not really anything that difficult, but it is, how should I...
Sir.
All right, then. First Lieutenant Tsubaki Yayoi. Your orders are as follows. Determine the whereabouts of Major Jin Kisaragi and Lieutenant Noel Vermillion and terminate them.
What did they do to deserve
Let's see here. It looks like the intelligence we've gathered says that Major Kisaragi has disobeyed orders on a number of occasions. And we've even seen reports of desertion. Supposedly, he was injured pretty seriously going after a large bounty.
That's impossible! How could Jin... Major Kisaragi... He would never...
Right, yes. We've also seen a number of reports saying that he's just been stirring up a lot of trouble. And, let's see... Well, we haven't managed to confirm this yet, but... Apparently he escaped from the hospital we'd put him in after his... accident. He also, took out a number of guards and a few officers on his way out. Now, as for Lieutenant Vermillion, she went after Major Kisaragi. Well, actually, she was under orders to do that, but... here we are. We've heard reports that she aided the SS-class bounty known as the Grim Reaper. Yes, this Grim Reaper is also apparently the person who caused Major Kisaragi's injuries and is, in fact, at the very top of the Librarium's most wanted list. The rebel Ragna the Blood Edge.
Jin deserted. And Noel is helping a rebel?
Apparently, Major Kisaragi and Lieutenant Vermillion have some sort of connection to this Blood Edge fellow. Is something wrong? Stay with me now. Oh, actually, I guess that's all of it. You're free to go, First Lieutenant. Oh, right. There's one more little thing I forgot to mention. If it wouldn't be too much trouble, please, don't forget to bring back Major Kisaragi's Yukianasa and Lieutenant Vermilion's Bolverk, okay? Ah, silly me. Actually, two things. You don't need to bother bringing their bodies back. They're traitors, so there won't be any sort of ceremony. I mean, to be honest, having a couple of corpses around would just kind of get in the way. Oh, man! This is just too good! We're just gonna shoot right past tragedy, straight into good old comedy!
What am I gonna do? Jin, Noelle.
Excuse me, do you mind?
From engineering.
Miss, if you'd be so kind as to get out of my way, I need to get through that door.
I'm sorry.
It's me. I'm coming in.
What could possibly be going on between the two of them?
Hazuma, are you ready? I can leave at any time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you just give me 3 more minutes? I just haven't been able to bring myself to get ready. In fact,
Quit procrastinating. But I can't believe it's Kagutsuchi. That place brings back so many memories. I believe that the 13th Prime Field has...
The House of Yayoi had served the Imperator loyally for as long as anyone could remember, and had produced many of the librarian's most loyal and elite soldiers. They were proud and dignified, and many of them held up as a shining example of what one of the duodecim could and should be. The Yayoi family was set apart from many of the other duodecim by the purity of their bloodline. When the librarian grades the abilities of their soldiers, many factors are considered, but none carries so much weight as one's aptitude for the use of armagus. Their only thought, servitude of the Imperator, the Yayoi family turned their considerable resources to producing offspring with exceptional Armagus aptitude. The Yayoi family bred their children with only the best Armagus wielders, ensuring the strength of the next generation. However, the breeding pool from which they could select was quite small, and before long it became necessary to resort to inbreeding. As time passed, the House of Yayoi filled with the best wielders of Armagus the world had to offer, and their power, both physical and political, far outstripped that of the other families of the Duodecim. Their glory was to be short-lived, however. Generations of inbreeding began to take their toll, and children were born weaker and weaker. The purity of blood that had once been the greatest strength of the House of Yayoi was now its greatest weakness. Such was the family into which Tsubaki was born. Although she was treated as her parents' firstborn daughter, she was anything but. She was merely the first daughter to survive. Her siblings had all passed away, victims of their own pure blood and frail bodies. By some miracle, Tsubaki did not share their weakened constitution. She was healthy and showed mastery in the use of the Armagus. Needless to say, she was cherished not only by her parents, but by the whole of the Yayoi family. To the young Tsubaki, the Yayoi Manor was her entire world. The only people she knew were her parents, her relatives, and her teachers. As a firstborn daughter of the Yayoi family, she was taught one simple truth: that she must serve the Imperator unquestioningly. Such was the childhood of Tsubaki Yayoi.
Yes, that's right. I'm a daughter of the Yayoi family. We should be the ones who set the example for the rest of the Duodecim. No, we must be the ones to set that example. I'm sure Jin had his reasons for doing what he did. I'm sure Noelle has a perfectly good explanation, too. I just need to talk to her. But... what if everything Captain Hazama told me is true? What if Jin and Noelle... what if they really have turned their backs on the Imperator? No, it's okay. Even if they have, if I can just talk to them, I'm sure they'll understand. Even so, if they really have betrayed me, I'll have no choice but to kill them. This is... the Izayoi? Let's go to Kagutsuchi.
We are preparing to dock at the 13th hierarchical city of Kagutsuchi. Please gather your belongings and prepare to disembark.
Oh no! That's my stop! I should get some fresh air. Oh, it's cold out here. So this is it. The 13th hierarchical city of Kagutsuchi. I can't believe it's incomplete. It looks so beautiful. So, this is where Jin and Noelle have gone. Well then. First, I should go to the local librarium office, then gather some information and... Excuse me? Huh? Nirvana?
Ah, so it seems you know my sister. Pardon me, but you're with the NOL, correct?
Are you...
Excuse me? Yay! It's little Carl! Come on in! Miss Makoto, you're here? Of course! I'm always here!
Stop that, Makoto! You're scaring Carl! Is that you, Carl?
That voice...
Miss Tsubaki?
It is you after all. I thought I recognized your voice. It took me a second to remember whose it was.
It's been a while, Carl. I hoped we wouldn't have to meet each other under circumstances like these.
As expected from a wing of justice. So it seems you already know about me.
Yes, I do. I was surprised to hear you dropped out of the academy. I was worried about you. Once I enlisted, I heard that you'd become not just a vigilante, but one of the best, and that you were wielding the Nox Nictoris Nirvana.
That's not my sister's name.
Carl, I'll be frank with you. Right now, my top priority is to find and capture Ragna the Blood Edge. There's still time for you to do the right thing, Carl. Please, if you get rid of that Nox Nic...
Perhaps you might have some information that I need, Miss Tsubaki.
What?
The location of my father.
Really is Clover.
So you do know. I'm looking for my father, Relius Clover. Miss Tsubaki, please tell me everything you might know about him.
All right, Carl. I'll tell you what I know. What's the matter, Carl?
Nothing. I mean, I just didn't expect you to be so forthcoming. Thank you very much. Isn't that great, sis? So, what can you tell me, Miss Tsubaki?
The other day, I actually met your father, Relius Clover.
Huh?
I was talking to one of my superiors, and I passed him while I was leaving the office.
I see. So then, where is my father now?
I'm sorry, but I don't know. Well, I did overhear a little of their conversation, and I think he was headed here, to Kagutsuchi, although with the man I was talking to, Captain Hazama.
My father? Here? In Kagutsuchi? And Hazama? Huh? What's the matter, sis? Do you know about this Hazama person?
Carl, what are you...
According to my sister, this Hazama guy is really dangerous. I wonder what my father is thinking, involving himself with someone like that.
Captain Hazama is dangerous?
I see. No, it couldn't be. Miss Tsubaki, thank you very much for your help. I have a pretty good idea where my father is.
Really?
Well, more of a hunch, really. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Wait, Carl! Carl. I need to focus right now. Of all the families in the duodecim, the Yoyois have the longest history. As such, it has always been their duty to keep the 12 families together and the government functioning. My father, head of the Yoyoi house, was no exception. Looking back, though, I was a sheltered child. No, perhaps something even worse than simply sheltered. At the time, I was seldom allowed to leave the house, and even then, only with my father. Each time we left the house, it was to visit one of the other 12 families and the hierarchical city they governed. January was the Uski family, February, the Kisaragis. March was our family, and so on. Each month, Father and I would visit a different house. It was probably a meeting between the family leaders, or perhaps something more casual. I was a child and I didn't know or care what they were doing. My father and his peers would drink their fine wines and expensive liquors and talk. They would talk forever, and I would be left alone. Some of the other families had children my age, but that was rarely the case. I had no choice but to try and find ways to pass the time by myself until my father had finished. Even so, there was something fresh about visiting so many different places. How many years had I been doing that? I'm not sure. At any rate, on the day in question, the rest of the duodecim were scheduled to come and visit the Yayoi Manor. My father had been exceptionally busy preparing for this day for the past several weeks. I was outside, in our garden. Father and the other family heads were talking about adult things that I didn't understand. I played in the garden so that I wouldn't have to sit in a stuffy room and listen to adults discuss things that meant little to me. But that didn't mean it was very much fun. But that day, for the first time, I met a boy who was close to my age.
Who are you?
Huh?
Huh? Maybe he didn't hear me. Hi. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Tsubaki Yayoi.
Oh, the girl from the Yayoi family, huh?
Uh-huh. Have you heard about me?
I heard there was only one child in the Yayoi family. A girl.
So what's your name?
Jin Kisaragi.
I know the Kisaragi Manor. I've been there with my father before. I don't think I ever met you before, though, Ginny the Kisaragi.
The Kisaragi family has a whole brood of children, so the fact that we've never met isn't surprising.
Oh, I didn't know that. What are you doing here, Ginny the Kisaragi?
I'm attending the Conference of Leaders. It seems that I've been nominated to be the next head of the Kisaragi family.
What? I don't get it, Ginny the Kisaragi.
If you don't understand, then it's nothing you need to worry about. More importantly, hasn't anyone ever taught you how to speak, politely?
Huh?
You see, you're younger than me, so I'm telling you to show me some respect.
Oh, my father tells me I need to be polite to everyone, too. He gets mad at me when I don't. I'm sorry.
It's nothing you need to apologize for. If you could just stop calling me that.
Well, what should I call you?
My name.
Then you want me to call you Jin?
I meant my family name.
Jin!
Whatever works for you.
Yay! That means you're my brother now, right?
Where did that come from?
Okay, you have to promise. You gotta promise to be my brother forever and ever, all right?
Promise? Fine, whatever.
Really? Then cross your heart.
Huh?
You know, cross your heart.
Cross my heart and hope to die. I promise that I will never lie. And if my promise ever does go, I give to you my eternal soul.
There were reports that Jin was around here somewhere, and pretty recently, too.
The NOL Zero Squadron, the Wings of Justice. So, what does one of the librarium's trash collectors want with me?
Jin!
Don't tell me. Tsubaki? That's the sealed Armigus. He's a Yoi.
Jin. Major Kisaragi. You have been accused of insubordination countless times, and there are even instances of attempts at desertion on your record. These actions cannot be overlooked, war hero or not. I'm sure you know why I'm here.
Tsubaki, do you have any idea what that weapon is?
Of course I do. It belonged to my ancestors, and in their name, I must put an end to your unconscionable behavior.
To even carry a weapon like that. Are you telling me you value the NOL? The Duodecim's pretense of justice that much?
Jin, this is not a request from the Yayoi family, or the Duodecim, or even the Librarium. It is a request from me. There's still time. Please, go back to the Librarium. I don't want to hurt you, Jin.
You are concerned for my well-being?
Jin, please, promise me. If I beat you, you'll go back.
And if I refuse?
Then I won't stop until you accept!
The wheel bait is turning. Rebel 1. Action!
Blade. Down, Sabak!
Charging Armageddon! Charging Armageddon! This is the end!
Out of my way!
I won? I actually beat Jin?
What's the matter? Hurry! Finish me! You were ordered to kill me, were you not? Just end it!
So you figured it out, Jin? No, I can't do that. I can't. I've won. Now please, go back to the librarium. You promised, remember?
I guess I did.
Jin.
Very well. I'll do as you've said. If I go back on my promise, I'd have to give you my soul, right?
Yes, that's right, Jin. If you break the promise, I get your soul. Well, I have to go find Noelle now, Jin.
I see. Cross my heart. How is it that we can both remember something so completely stupid?
A blonde female officer? Oh yeah, I did see someone like that. Don't remember where, though.
If he was telling the truth, then Noelle should be around here somewhere. Were you really here, Noelle? I've heard so many things about what you're doing. Did you meet Jin here? Or are you with Ragna the Blood Edge? Like I thought. She's long gone. If she was even here in the first place, I guess there's nothing I can do. Well, maybe I can pick up her trail somewhere else.
My! If it isn't First Lieutenant Tsubaki! Fancy meeting you here.
Captain, what are you doing?
Ah, come on now. I have work to do too, you know.
That's not what I meant.
You're right, I'm just kidding. I'm just here for a bit while I take care of, a few things.
Quit procrastinating. But I can't believe it's Kagutsuchi. That place brings back so many memories.
I see.
But enough about me. How's your mission coming along?
That's... Unfortunately, information about their whereabouts has been hard to come by, and I haven't found either of them yet. I'm very sorry.
Oh my. You don't really expect me to believe that, do you?
Huh? It's the truth. I just wasn't trying hard enough. I'll do better, I promise.
All right. Well, go ahead and take your time, just as long as they're both dead by the end of the day.
How can he say something like that so casually, when I can barely even think about it without... I know this is the right thing to do. It's supposed to be the right thing to do, but...
Oh, don't worry. You're doing the right thing. Trust me.
I'm afraid of him. Why? Why do I feel terrified?
Are you feeling all right, First Lieutenant? You look kind of pale.
I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me.
Good. Glad to hear it. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Yes?
Yes, well, it's about... How do I put it? Well, I guess you could say it's about a tragedy.
It's starting to rain. I should get inside somewhere. Tsubaki? What are you doing here? Stop! Tsubaki, what are you doing?
Ah, impressive, Noelle. I should have known you could dodge that. Still, why ask me what I'm doing? You have to know. You know, right? I'm here to kill you.
You're here to... No, you have to be kidding!
Does this look like a joke to you?
But... why?
Why? Tell me, Noelle. Is it true that you aided the criminal, Ragna the Blood Edge?
That's not how it is! I mean, I did save his life, but it's not what you think!
Then you did help him? Noelle, I wish it didn't have to be like this. Ever since I met you, you've been my best friend. But now, Ragna the Blood Edge has appeared, and Jin is different. I didn't want to believe it, but you're connected to it, somehow. Until now, I always looked away from the truth. Didn't want to admit any of the things I was hearing were true, but... Noelle, you... The more I denied it, the farther I got from the answer. Everything that was bad got worse.
I'm sorry, Tsubaki. It's always my fault.
Stop! Stop it, Noelle! Don't make this any harder than it already is. I must defeat you before my determination wavers.
Tsubaki!
In my right hand, I carry the sword of judgment, and in my left, the scales of justice. I serve the wings who govern the heavens. I am their word and their sword made flesh. Noelle Vermillion, should you resist, your punishment shall be death!
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action. Counter. Counter.
It's my turn! Over here!
Kaito!
You won't lose! You won't lose! Wait! Over here! Please don't resist! This is not... It's my turn! It's too late! I'm sorry.
Finish!
Noelle, you took everything from me. I didn't want to believe it. I still don't want to believe. But I've seen the truth now. I couldn't keep ignoring it forever. I am...
Tsubaki, I'm sorry. I'm sorry! Why? Why are you apologizing? You took everything from me, but what am I supposed to do? Tsubaki. No, I can't do it. Tsubaki.
Oh man, that's not how it's supposed to work! You really did turn out to be completely useless, didn't you, First Lieutenant?
Captain Hazama! Hazama! What have you done to Tsubaki?
Whoa, inside voices, okay? Please, no need to shout. Well, maybe I can make this work after all. Ah, you were even kind enough to bring the Izayoi with you.
Captain Hazama, what are you gonna do with Noelle?
What am I going to do? I'm sorry, but weren't you just about to slide that ugly little knife you've got there into her gut? What on earth should you care what happens to her? I just asked you to run a simple errand, and you even managed to screw that up. Well, trash will always just be trash, I suppose. So hard to find good help these days. At any rate, thank you for all you've done, even though you did basically nothing. I'm done with you now. I'm going to have to ask you to remove yourself from the premises, First Lieutenant. After all, you don't really have any place in this world, do you?
You bastard!
Wow, you're pretty worked up. However... Nobody over there. Aren't you just pathetic? Just look at yourself. Oops, maybe not. But seriously, folks, whose fault is this, really? That's the stuff. Let's see some hate, Tsubaki Yayoi. Go on, tell me, whose fault is this?
I can't see! What am I? Jin, please, help me! Who should I fight for? Why am I fighting?
Doubt ill suits you, Tsubaki Yayoi. Your answer is at hand. Question not your purpose nor whom you serve, for I am both.
What? Are you?
Tsubaki Yayoi, your place is here, at my side.
The Imperator?
Fall not into darkness, for I shall be your light.